If you want to increase your leads and sales online as an affiliate, there's one thing you need to master, and that is generating traffic online. And when I say the word traffic, I'm not talking about vehicles passing by in the street. In the online space, traffic is another term for getting more customers in the door. But the question is, where are these people and how do you get them to your business and actually buy your stuff? It can seem very overwhelming in the beginning for sure. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best traffic sources for affiliate marketing. But more importantly, I'm also going to reveal to you a new 3-step blueprint that you could follow to generate leads and sales on demand with any offer that you're promoting. And whether you are a complete newbie with little experience, or you're looking for ways to scale your business, this is the video for you. But hey, real quick, if you like videos about affiliate marketing and passive income, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new video. And by the way, if you stay with me to the very end, I'm also going to reveal my #1 traffic source that has allowed me to start earning sales online just like these. So without further ado, it's time to jumpstart your business. Alright, so in this video in particular, I want to focus on 3 levels of traffic, 3 really great methods of getting traffic to your offer, more eyeballs to the offer that you're promoting, more leads, and of course, more sales coming in for the long term. Isn't that what we all want? So 3 levels of traffic. So level number 1 is going to be all about getting fast results to the offer that they are promoting, right? So if you are someone who's completely brand new, you haven't really gotten much results in general or with the offer that you're promoting, you ideally want to start right here with level number 1, right? This is known as fast results traffic. Now, once you start getting that momentum coming in, you start getting those sales coming in rather consistently, then you want to move on to level number 2, which is known as strategic scale. And this is where you're going to scale up exactly what is working and get your offer in front of a much bigger audience, right? And now level number 3 is going to be all about follow-up traffic, right? So the traffic that you're already getting, how do you convert more of that traffic into actual buyers and of course get more sales in the long term, right? Because here's the thing, not everyone is going to buy the offer that you're promoting right then and there on the front end. Most people are not going to buy right away, and for that reason, you want to focus on following up with people that of course, see the offer that you're promoting and get them to eventually buy right then and there, right? So very exciting into this stuff. I promise you there's going to be a lot of really cool information that you have most likely have not seen from other videos, unless if you've bought into some sort of like high-level mentorship program. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually get right into it, right? So let's start off with level number 1, which is fast results traffic. How do you get fast traffic to the offer that you're promoting? I want to show you 2 really great ways on how you can get fast traffic very quickly. And one great way is something known as solo ads, right? So what exactly is a solo ad? This is basically where you will pay an email list owner, someone who has a large email list to, send out email broadcasts to their list with your affiliate link in it or the link that you want to promote, right? So one really great platform you could check out for this is known as udemy.com. And this is a very big marketplace that you can go to. And if we go up to here where it says find sellers, this will actually bring up a list of people that you can, of course, buy traffic from, right? So, for example, we could look through the list here, and if we want to buy from, let's say, for example, this guy right here it shows that you could buy anywhere from about 100 visitors, 100 visitors all the way up to 1,000 visitors. And the benefit with this type of traffic is that it's usually delivered within 24 hours. So let's say, for example, that you buy, like 400 visitors, right? When you pay the amount, which would be about, $200 for that, you check out the click add to cart, you go through the process, the 400 clicks will usually be delivered within those 24 hours, right? So that's one really great benefit. Another thing is it's super cheap. So, for example, 100 visitors will only in this case cost you about $52, which is very good considering what you're getting, right? Now, the other benefit with solo ads is you don't have to, write out any sort of ad copy or anything along those lines. So this is perfect for newbies. If you have not had any experience or little experience with marketing, then this is ideally a very easy place to start is with solo ads. Right now, if you were to use a platform like Udemy, one thing that I would highly recommend that you do is you want to go through and look at the reviews that the vendor is getting. So for example, if you see lots of great, feedback, or lots of great ratings, then this ideally means that it's worth checking out, right? So I have a review right here. I show that I got, lots of opt-ins, but didn't really get any sales from that run. One person that said that he got a sale right here, you got more people saying that they've gotten sales. So if you see lots of people reporting that they've gotten sales or, lots of really high quality leads, then this is ideally a great place to start, right? Now, one thing that you want to avoid is if you see someone who has lots of bad reviews saying like, oh, this is not good traffic, then you want to avoid their traffic, right? So this is one great platform you could choose to get very fast traffic. But let's move on to the next method, which is something known as influencer traffic, right? So there's a really great platform that I want to recommend here called upfluence.com. And there's a few other, marketplaces you could check out very similar to this, but Upfluence I find to be the easiest one to use. And what's really cool about this site is you could get traffic from just about any sort of social media network out there. There's tons of influencers on various different networks, not just Instagram, but with YouTube, with Facebook, with Twitch, Twitter, TikTok even I guess is blowing up as well. And even you have like website owners. You've got plenty of different creators out there that have these massive followings in all these different platforms. And what you could do is you could find an influencer on just about any platform in any sort of niche to promote the offer that you have, to promote, right? So you pay them, a specific amount, they get your message out there in front of their audience. What's really great about this is very similar to, solo ads. You're paying to get in front of their audience, right? So this is an audience that, these influencers have built up. They know, like, and trust them. And if they promote your offer, then they're much more likely to trust them rather than if they just see your ad on Facebook, for example, right? So that's why it's a great place to, get traffic. So you pay an influencer, they set up a post for you, some sort of shout out, maybe like a video that you can have them create, promoting the offer that you have. And by doing this, you can get very fast traffic for very inexpensive, right? So that's another really benefit of influencer traffic. All right, so before we move on to level number 2 of traffic, there's something very important that I want to mention. And this is something that I seriously cannot stress enough. Before you start sending any traffic to your offer whatsoever, there's a very important step that you don't want to miss. And without the step in place, I can almost guarantee that you'll be throwing money down the drain. So what is this missing ingredient exactly? This is something known as a marketing system. Now I know what you might be thinking. What the heck is this thing and how do I even build this out? I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like, and I'll even show you how to easily build one out. So if you're someone who's completely brand new and you haven't really had much experience doing this, you could easily build one out using what I will show in this video. Sound cool? Awesome. So check this out. So a marketing system looks something like this, right? And it's also often referred to as a sales funnel. And basically how I like to describe it is it's kind of like a website, but it's designed to take your customers through a very specific linear process, right? So that's kind of how I like to describe it personally. And it's got a few different steps here. So the very first step inside of a sales funnel, or marketing system rather, is something known as a capture page. Now, the whole purpose of a capture page is to get someone to give you their email address in exchange for what you're, of course, going to be offering them, right? So depending on what you're, of course, promoting, it would start with a headline at the top, and it would say something along the lines of, for example, would you like to learn how to get six-pack abs in the next, 6 months? Or do you want to learn how to find the love of your life in the next 3 months? All you have to do is simply enter your email down below here to, of course, learn more, right? And if someone, of course, lands on this page, they could either enter their email or they could leave the page. Those are their two options, right? So if they enter their email, they will then get put into your email list. And I'll kind of explain more on the email list a little bit later on this video. But this is a very important step that you'll want to have, if you want to get those long-term sales consistently, right? So when they enter their email here, they will also get taken to the next page in the funnel, which is known as the thank you page, or also referred to as the bridge page. And ideally what you want to do here is you want to explain exactly what the offer that you're promoting is all about. How it can, of course, benefit them, what they're, of course, going to get out of it. If you've gotten any sort of result from the program that you're promoting, then you, of course, want to talk about that as well. You could share your story. And by the way, this could all be done in either in written form, or you could even shoot like a short, 1 to 2 minute video where you explain exactly what you're all about and how the product has, of course, helped you, right? So at the end, you want to give a call to action. Say, if you want to learn more about how to get extra in your life, all you have to do is click on the button down below here, and that will take you over to where you can, of course, learn more about how to get this result, right? So that is where it will take them over to the sales page. And of course, whenever they buy, then you, of course, get paid that commission. Right now, what happens here is when you have your sales funnel built up, and they're going through the thank you page, this is where they'll, of course, get to know, like, and trust you, right? So they'll get to know a little bit about who you are, and by the time that they see the sales page, they're that much more likely to buy because they've already gotten to know you, who you are, right? And always remember this, right? People buy from whom that they know, like, and trust. If you're just sending them directly to an affiliate link, then chances are that they're not going to buy, on the front end or ever really, right? And that's the reason why most people, fail in this industry, is because they're just trying to promote their affiliate links and trying to get a quick buck online rather than trying to, of course, build up a rapport with their audience, right? So that's why this is a very important step in the process right here. But let's say, for example, that you send someone through this entire funnel and they don't buy right then and there on the front end. Well, in that case, it's really no big deal because they're getting put onto your email list, and you'll of course be able to follow up with these people, down the road. So I'll kind of explain a little bit more about this later on. But to build up a sales funnel, you would ideally want to have some sort of sales funnel builder, and the one that I use personally is called clickfunnels.com. This you could actually test out for free if you want to. So if you want to try this out for yourself, there is going to be a link down below this video where you could try it out for 14 days. And if you don't like it, You could always cancel, no big deal. But other than that, after that, it's about 97 bucks a month, which is pretty good in terms of what you're getting here. Otherwise, you could even use one like Kartra, which is pretty similar to ClickFunnels. But if you don't have the money for either of these tools, you could even use a software like Aweber. And Aweber is the email autoresponder that I personally use myself. And just recently, they launched a new free plan that you get actually access to. This is not like, some sort of free trial where you have it for like a month and you have to pay like a monthly fee or anything like that. With this new free plan, it's actually free for life, right? So you can have this as long as you want. You can start building up your email list. And what's also really great about this membership is you could even use this to build up landing pages, right? So with the free plan of Aweber, you could actually use this to build up unlimited landing pages. This is included with the free membership right here. And the landing page, like I mentioned earlier, the whole purpose of it is to get someone to give you their email address, right? So once you have your Aweber account set up, what you could actually do is if you want to create a landing page, all you have to do is log into your account, click on the option right here that says landing pages, and once you go to that option right here, this will actually bring up a list of different templates that you could use. So you could either choose to build one out from scratch if you want to, or if you want to just model exactly what is working and you want to just take one of these templates, you could simply click on one of these templates right here that it gives you. For example, if we check out this newsletter sign up one right here, that's kind of what this is pretty much what that looks like right here. And what you could actually do is you could actually change up the text on here and put in your own headline that will, of course, get someone to give you their email address, right? So something that enticing, some sort of like either, how to benefit without pain. That's a really good headline to, of course, have right here. You could even do something like how to benefit with benefit, or how to escape pain by doing a simple trick. That's a really great headline to have as well, or how to attract the girl you want with this simple yawning trick or something like that. Something that will ideally, build some sort of curiosity and get people interested is much more likely to, of course, get them to enter their email, right? And by the way, you don't have to have this, looking all fancy or anything along those lines. You could even just have it to where just like a blank white page with black text on the screen, and even that is known to convert very well, right? So, you don't have to, overcomplicate it and, get too crazy with it. Even simple ones are known to convert very well as well. So you could just try it out, see exactly what is of course converting from you. And then once you have your sales funnel set up, then you could start sending traffic over to the offer that you're promoting. So what I want to do right now is I want to move on to level number 2 of traffic, which is known as strategic scale, right? So once you have your funnel built up into place and you're, of course, building up your list, then you could start sending traffic. And I want to move on to level number 2, which is known as strategic scale, right? So once you have some results coming in, you got some momentum going, then you can move on to this level. And level number 2 pretty much consists of traffic types such as, Facebook ads, Google ads, Microsoft ads, pretty much any of these major platforms that you see right here, or any other, major social media platform or anything along those lines, or any search engine. This is a great method to, of course, get traffic. Right now, I don't necessarily recommend this for most new people because, for example, with Facebook ads, they tend to be very strict, and there is quite a bit of a learning curve when it comes to Facebook ads, right? So ideally, I would not recommend going for this unless if you have something that is already getting you results, and that is where you could use this platform to, of course, scale up, right? So with Facebook ads, I'm sure that if you're on this video right now, you probably already have some sort of, decent idea or understanding of how exactly this platform works. You set up an ad, you target, the audience that you want to, go after, and then you could have your ad display on the news feed right here, right? So you could target people based on the countries that they're in, based on their interests, based on pages that they liked or groups that they're a part of. And that's what's really cool about this exact platform right here. You could exclude certain people that like, other pages or something like that. And that's a great way to get in front of a very specific audience. And another really great thing that Facebook and Google do very well is something known as retargeting, right? So let's say, for example, that you get, 500 people over this landing page, and out of those 500 people, let's say, for example, like 100 of them opt in, right? Well, what about those other 400 people, right? What you could actually do is you could have it to where you could insert a pixel on this page right here, Facebook pixel, and then what you could do is you could target those 400 people with a Facebook ad, and once they see that landing page a second time, they're that much more likely to, of course, opt in if they see you again, right? So if you can get in front of these people again, that's a great way to, of course, get them to opt in. Or if they see the offer that you're, of course, promoting and they didn't buy right away, you could also use Facebook ads for that as well, right? So when it comes to retargeting ads, Facebook ads, they tend to be a lot less strict because it's an audience that you've already, been in front of, right? So by that point, they're that much more likely to, of course, buy the second time or third time that you, of course, appear in front of them, right? So that's really the benefit with Facebook ads and, any of these other platforms right here. But like I mentioned earlier, I would not recommend starting with any of these platforms if you have not gotten results yet. Ideally, you would want to start with something like influencer traffic or solo ads, which much less risky. There's a lot less of a learning curve, and you can get results much quicker, right? But these platforms right here are much better for, of course, scaling up in the long term and getting those consistent sales, right? So once you've got some good traffic coming in, you've got some momentum going, and you have, you're of course scaling it up, then the third step, the third form of traffic, is known as follow-up traffic, right? And this is known as your email list, right? So once you've, of course, getting people onto your landing page, they're giving you their email, you're, of course, getting lots of opt-ins. Of course, not everyone is going to buy right then and there on the front end. And for that reason, you want to be building up your email list and, of course, following up with these people, right? So the benefit with having an email list is, let's say, for example, that you get a list of about, let's say, 500 people on your list, right? So these are 500 people that they landed on your landing page right here. They entered their email, but they didn't buy right away. Well, what you could do is you could follow up with these people, as many times as you want. You could send them an email. You could send them back to the offer that you're promoting. You can send them back to the affiliate offer that you're promoting. Or what I recommend that you do is you want to focus on leading with value, right? Now, the mistake that you want to avoid is you don't want to just hammer them with, offer, buy this, buy this, buy this, because always remember this. People buy from whom that they know, like, and trust, and I feel like I've said that, a million times in this video already. But what you want to do is you want to lead with value. In this way, they're going to trust you a lot more when you're, of course, focusing more on helping them and giving them the information that they're looking for, right? So what you could do is you could follow up with value. You could either send them to a blog post that you've written. You could send them a video where you explain more about, what you're all about, or some sort of like podcast if you're building that. And ideally, what I would also recommend that you do is you could build up a following on platform like Facebook, for example. So ideally, what I would recommend is, have one form of organic traffic where you're, of course, creating content. And this could either be on a platform like, Facebook, for example. So, for example, I do know someone on Facebook that I've been following for quite a while named Sarah Louise. And she's built most of her business using Facebook organic traffic, right? So what she does is she creates posts on, Facebook, kind of like this, and then she also does like these inspirational posts where she kind of explains her story. And then she even does like these Facebook lives, right? So for example, if you were to do like a Facebook live sometime that day, what you could actually do is you could send out an email to your list and say, hey, I'm going to be doing a Facebook live later today at about, for example, 7 p.m. Central Time. 7 p.m. Central Time. My handwriting is really bad right here. But, 7 p.m. Central Time, check this out, definitely be there because I'm going to be sharing lots of really great information on how to get X results, within the next 3 months. And I'll be answering all your questions. So you could hang out with me or something like that. And by doing something like this is a really powerful way to get people to, of course, trust you a lot more. And then, they're going to be that much more likely to, of course, buy, whatever it is that you recommend, right? So Facebook's a really great platform to do this. You could even use a platform like YouTube, and YouTube is actually what I primarily use myself. Create content on YouTube, all about the niche that I'm in right here. And this is actually what I've been focusing on for the first year, right? So this is actually the exact traffic source that has allowed me to start getting results pretty consistently, as in, getting sales. And just to give you an idea, here are some of the sales that I was able to make by doing this exact strategy, right? So by focusing on creating content on YouTube with, this exact traffic source right here, this exact traffic source has allowed me to start getting sales just like these pretty consistently, right? So $24.50, $24.50, $224. These are 3 sales that I made within 1 hour. This is like last week. They all just came in within 1 hour. And as you can see right here, there are tons of other sales that I've made with this exact strategy right here, right? So YouTube is kind of like my main primary source that I use for getting organic traffic. But you could do this type of thing on pretty much any platform, is by creating content inside the niche that you're in, right? And the benefit here is you don't have to be like any sort of like expert when you're doing this. You could just be completely brand new, learn from people who have results, learn exactly what works, and then you want to, of course, do the learn, do, teach method, right? So learn something new, teach it on the platform that you're, of course, following on, and of course, you could send any of these videos or any of these blog posts or whatever piece of content that you're creating over to your list. And this way, they'll, of course, trust you a lot more, and they'll be willing to buy whatever it is that you recommend. So if you want to learn more about how to do all this stuff, more in detail, and you want to learn more about how to do this stuff step by step, I do have a free training that you can actually check out down below. So the very first link in my description is going to take you to my free training that's going to go over how to build a highly profitable business online with affiliate marketing, right? So this is my 4-day training that I put together myself. And if you want to get access to it and you want to learn more about how to do all this stuff in detail, you could simply come to this page right here, enter your first name, your email, click on the button, and from there you get my instant access to my free 4-day training. But anyways, hope you got lots of value in this video. If you did, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and take care.